Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching The Political Vigilante. So, since the last 2 weeks of protests to end police brutality after the murder, cold-blooded lynching murder of George Floyd, a cop put his knee on the neck of him for 8 minutes and 45 seconds, roughly, while 3 other cops looked by and let it happen. So there's calls to defund the police. Like here in Los Angeles, we spend $3 billion on that goes to the LAPD every year. That budget just got approved. They just increased it. We're cutting social funding. We're cutting homeless programs. We're cutting homeless housing for the homeless. LA has a massive homeless population that has only increased during the shutdown from the COVID-19 pandemic. LA Unified School District has some okay schools, but guess what? This is going to be shocking. In the poor communities that are primarily Black and Latino and Asian in this town, they get shitty funding and shitty schools. So we're calling to defund the police, and there's a lot of plans being thrown around, like how we're going to do this. We're going to have community policing, we're going to have community outreach, we're going to just have, all this stuff. The Democrats, boy, they're on our side, right? They're going to help the Democrats. We know that's what we need. We need to get rid of Trump. I don't like Trump. He's awful. He's racist. He's acting like a fascist third world dictator, just night-sticking, tear gassing people so he can walk across the street and hold a Bible upside down. Well, I'm going to deploy the military. Oh, wow. He wants to deploy the military? So you want to go against the Constitution? But Democratic governors and mayors have deployed the military. I'm in a city, Santa Monica. There's this California National Guards right here. I'm in military-occupied Santa Monica. The Democrats, though, they're going to resist Trump. That's what they're so good at. Biden Democrats seek to shut down calls to defund the police. Please tell me how you think Joe Biden is better. You hate Trump that much? Fine. I'm not going to vote for Joe Biden nor Trump. I will not vote for them. You want to vote for them? Maybe you're in a swing state? Fine. Vote for Joe Biden. Part of me really wants Biden to win, just so I can say, now what, motherfuckers? Because if Biden loses, they'll blame us. Oh, you burn bros, you progressives, it's your fault. Okay, fine. Vote for Joe Biden. Go vote for him. If you're in a swing state, vote for Joe Biden, because this is what you're going to get. You're going to get platitudes. Remember on the floor of the Senate, they all wore those and took the knee and oh boy, they took a platitude knee. 8 minutes and 46 seconds of incremental centrism. Fantastic. Biden, though, right? If you don't vote for Biden, you ain't black. Remember when he said that? Presumptive Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden and Democratic leaders on Capitol Hill are quickly shutting down calls to defund police departments. Okay, vote any blue or do. Tell again, yes. Keep telling me how the Democratic Party's better. The Republicans are the cop with their knee on the neck of George Floyd. The Democrats are the 3 cops standing around watching, letting it happen. Yep. That's the difference between the 2 parties. And you're telling me you want the lesser of 2 evils. How about fuck both of them? How about vote third party? How about let's start now? Who is the third party? Who are we going to make Movement for People's Party? Is it going to be Nina Turner? Nina Turner, if you're watching this, quit fucking around with the Democratic Party. They are not your friends. If you are who I think you are, if you're the actual person that you claim to be, and you're going to sit by and let this happen, and this is Bernie's party, AOC's party, Tulsi's party, the Squad's party. Yeah, they don't have our backs. They don't give a shit about us at all. They took a knee, they platitudes. Aren't they all still on break? Isn't Pelosi still at her ice cream fridge? The idea is splintering black activists and some prominent progressive lawmakers from Biden and top congressional Democrats while providing fodder for national Republicans. Of course. All the Democrats do is make it, they embolden the Republican Party by this stupid bullshit. Because there's not two parties. There's not two parties. There's the oligarchs. There's two classes in this country. There's the billionaire ruling class, most of whom are pedophile, sex trafficker, soulless bags of shit. And then there's all of us. Former vice president hears and shares the deep grief and frustration of those calling for reform, but that does not believe that police should be defunded. Oh, what a great platitude. Man, platitudes 2020. Because that's what we need right now. We've had 2 weeks of protests. There's been riots. There's been looting. There's been unparalleled police brutality against people. Just unbelievable. And this is the Democrat solution. This is their guy. They screwed Bernie over. They cheated. The UN said that the 2020 Democratic primary had all the earmarks of a rigged election. And Bernie let it happen, and now this is Bernie's party. Really? Nina Turner, do you really want to side with this party? Really? You and Cornel West run away from this party. Maybe Bernie and the squad will wake up from their lesser of two evils centrist nightmare or delusion. I don't know. Are they all having fever dreams? Like, what is causing this? And then people get mad at me if Graham, stop going after Joe Biden. Trump's evil. Yes, I hate Trump. I don't like Trump. Don't blame the messenger. I didn't do this. I donated to Bernie Sanders, which that means the DNC got some of that money. I donated to Tulsi Gabbard. I pushed the best guy. And I said from day one, I will not back whatever corporate Democrat they force down our throats if Bernie doesn't get the nomination. I will not. I have said that from day one. Don't get mad at me because this party sucks. I take shit all day from neoliberals online, friends of mine calling me. This is not, I didn't do this. This is not my fault. A comedian in his apartment that wears black t-shirts that are a size too small to show off his vegan guns. I'm not the one doing this. No, I don't support defunding the police. I support conditioning federal aid to police based on whether or not they meet certain basic standards of decency and honorableness. Oh, yes. Oh, I smell a task force. Oh, you smell that, guys? Oh, that smells like a task force. That's what we need. Yes, not just radical change from the ground. And guess what, Joe Biden? The city of Minneapolis doesn't give a shit about you and these sellout Democrats. They're already like, the city council of Minneapolis is like, we're done. It's happening. It's happening. And other cities are going, done, done, done. Some red state cities are doubling down. We're going to outlaw filming the police. Oh, wow. So you must hate the Constitution, Arizona. Oh. Conditioning federal aid. Let me interpret this with you. We will continue to stall because private prisons fund a lot of us, so we will commit a task force with a subcommittee that will get a standard review board that will give their results to another committee, and then that task force will be on a committee with a subcommittee whose initial findings will go to market research, and then after the market research comes out, pay attention, guys, this is important. Then somebody like AOC will be put on the market research subcommittee, which will then, that will get passed through a Ways and Means. Listen, pay attention, guys. Don't fall asleep. Hey, come on, this is important. So then the task force will be given back to the subcommittee, and then we will do a review, right? So that'll be somewhere around 2035. So then that task force will give their review, and hopefully we'll take back the Senate, because this is what's so great. This is a democratically controlled Congress. So when that happens, by now most of us have died because climate collapse. But anyway, there's a task force that has a committee, and and that's better than the Trump. Meanwhile, Mike Pence will become president and he will be electrocuting the gay out of people because this task force. Oh, shut the fuck up. What'd my good friend Jimmy Dore have to say? This is Bernie Sanders' party now. This is the party he is currently propping up and won't publicly oppose or criticize. Way to go, Bernie. Jimmy Dore. And he takes shit too. When you call out Bernie for propping up this awful party, you take shit. I'm not doing this. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. And other progressive indie media people, I didn't do this. Jimmy didn't do this. Look, you're helping them. Oh. Bernie Sanders will go down in history as like the biggest quitter. He had his moment. Right now, we could be like, Bernie's going to be president. He took the lead, called out Joe Biden and the Democrats, starting with that debate on March 15th. As the pandemic got worse, Bernie said, I'm going to do the whole country wants Medicare for all now. And then when the George Floyd thing happened, Bernie has been on the forefront. He's gone down and talked to protesters. He said, this is what we do. This is what we need. We need to defund the police. And everyone, the whole country be like, Bernie's our guy. Bernie's our guy. What did the protests show us? Compare 3 weeks ago or whatever, those mainly white nationalist Trump supporters that showed up with their automatic weapons to open up the country, right? Of course, the cops didn't show up for riot gear for them. They show up with automatic weapons. The cops don't show up with riot gear. There's a handful of cities around the country. What's been going on? All 50 states, every city, small towns, big town, Idaho, fucking Idaho, Utah, right? And 18 countries around the world. What does that show you? There's the like white nationalist Trump supporter, they're barely alive. There's barely any of them. They're dangerous, they're scary, we need to do something about them. But this fact that there's this groundswell, no, there isn't. They're wrong. And they know they're wrong. They're on their way out. There's more of us than there are of them. And Bernie, you could be leading them, but you're not. So we're done. We're shut it, done. Nina Turner, I appeal to you. I've never met you. I don't know you personally, but you seem like a person that has so much integrity and so much, you've been fighting the fight for so long, you know this is wrong. You know it. You're the one that called, you said, yeah, of course Trump is racist, but there's racists in the Democratic Party. You said that like a year ago. I did a video on it. It's one of my most watched videos. Nina, you gotta wake up from this, man. Get out of here. This is an abusive relationship. And the Democratic Party acts like abusers. What do abusers say? Well, if you leave me, who's going to want you? That's what abusers say. Join Movement for a People's Party, Nina, please. Otherwise, there's this. This is really the guy you want. Joe Biden.
And the idea that instead of standing there and teaching a cop when there's an unarmed person coming at him with a knife or something to shoot him in the leg instead of in the heart is a very different thing. There's a lot of different things that can change. And the idea that instead of standing there and teaching a cop when there's an unarmed person coming at him with a knife or something to shoot him in the leg instead of in the heart is a very different thing. There's a lot of different things that can change.
So Joe Biden's your guy.
And the idea that instead of
Joe
standing there
and neoliberals are going to get mad at me for posting that. I didn't say that. Joe Biden, you really think he doesn't want to defund the police? And he's going to tell cops to shoot people in the leg rather than the heart. Anybody that got shot with rubber bullets this past week or so, last 2 weeks, does that make you feel safe? No one's going to call this shit out on the corporate media because they get money for private prisons. They get money from the military industrial complex, which sells weapons to police departments. That's why you got to come here. Thanks for watching. Shave your knuckles for justice. Hey everybody, like, share, and subscribe. hit the bell notification button and the subscribe button, even if you've done it before, because they're unsubscribing, many of you, every day. Watch the ads all the way through. If you click skip ad, I don't get paid. Also, support us at patreon.com/GrahamElwood or rockfin.com/GrahamElwood. Rockfin.com is a blockchain cryptocurrency platform. All my videos are on Rockfin ad-free. Thanks for watching.